Hey, it's the middle of January and it's been a while since we've had a garden update. There have been some changes, so let me show you what's been going on out there. Just before Christmas, the garden needed some cleanup, so I took out the dead stuff. And then I wanted to overwinter my peppers, so I trimmed them back really hard and put them in a sheltered place in the yard. And the peppers that were planted in this bed here, I potted up and also moved those to a sheltered place in the yard. And then in the bed where the peppers had been, I made 2 long rows and planted some red onions and some yellow onions. I just sprinkled the seeds on really heavily and covered them up with some vermiculite. And then in the pea bed, I planted some garlic, just made a hole about 4 inches deep, and dropped the bulbs in. So that's what's been going on in the garden since just before Christmas. Let me show you what's going on out there now, because I know it looks like a beautiful day today, and it really is. It's a gorgeous day, but it's not going to be that way for long. Tomorrow it's going to start turning cold, and we are going to have crazy cold temperatures in the teens. Let me show you what's going on now and talk about a few things that I'm going to do to prepare for this cold snap we're about to get. I'm going to move all of my pots and gather them up around my beds because I've ordered some incandescent Christmas lights, which give off just enough warmth that I think I might be able to save things. But it is going to look like Granny's linen closet out here for a couple of days because I haven't bought any frost cloth. All I have is like sheets and blankets and stuff, which will be totally fine. But as you can see, everything is doing so very well that I really don't want to lose anything. I actually pulled a few of my smaller little carrots a week or so ago, and they were delicious. They didn't even make it into a dish. I just ate them, and they were amazing. But the bees love the flowers, and I feel like there's not a lot for them to eat in the wintertime and to have available for them. So I really want to save as much as I can, especially my carrots, my peas, my jalapeno, my peppers. I'm going to move over here. And the onions I planted a few weeks ago. I really want to save as much as this as I can. I'm going to string those incandescent Christmas lights amongst my plants and cover everything and really just hope for the best. With temperatures in the teens and barely getting above freezing for kind of like 36, 48 hours, we're really, just going to have to do our best. Before I covered everything up, I put some stakes in the garden to elevate the blankets and sheets, and then I gathered all the pots up in one place. Another thing I need to do is try not to lose my lemon tree. Now, this froze back the last 2 years in a row in the freezes, and I asked somebody, what should I do about it? And they said, just dig it up, throw it out, because it froze below the graft. But this tree was grown from seed. My mother in law grew this from seed. She gave it to me in a tiny little pot. I put it in the ground. It made a ton of really delicious lemons. I think that because it was grown from seed and it wasn't a grafted tree, there's no reason to dig it up and throw it out. So here's what my solution for this is going to be. I have this clamp on light and it has an incandescent light bulb in it. So I'm going to clamp it out there, shine it on my lemon tree, and then cover the darn thing up. I think that this incandescent light bulb used that way will keep the temperature just warm enough to keep me from losing the tree altogether. Yeah, so I clamped it on to the trellis there, and I have the lamp part down low and shining, up into the tree a little bit, and then I'll cover this whole works with a big, thick, fleecy blanket. And I think that this one light bulb covered up is going to make all the difference. And I think it's going to do it. I hope it's going to do it. Time will tell.
The next day.
It's the next day. And I did tell you that it was going to look like Nana's linen closet out there. These are old blankets that I use every year. I keep them stored in my storage bin over there. And every year or so, I have to drag them out and cover things up. The cold weather is definitely moving in today. I don't think that the incandescent Christmas lights that I ordered are going to really get here in time. So I have a couple more old lamps, and I'm going to just plug those in and tuck them underneath the covers. I am going to add more covers, which should be kind of fun today because it's windy. I dragged out all my extension cords and got the lamp clamped up in there. Okay, so not bad. I clamped it on up here and it shines down here. Turn it on. And yeah, I know that that bulb gets really hot because I had it in my shed and I never used it because it just made the whole space so hot. So hopefully it will do a thing out here tonight and for the next couple of nights. And then I covered everything back up, just kind of trying to get it as snug as I could. And then I put another layer of cover on, also trying to get that as snug as I could. It looks like a big pink mushroom. Now I just need to do that same thing with the other lamp in the other bed. And then I need to cover the lemon tree. This is not the right kind of light bulb. Let's see if this one will do the job. And that bulb could do the job, so I peeled everything back and got the lamp tucked up under the blankets. And then I tucked the blanket around and put everything back like it was before. And then I put extra cover over the top of the whole thing. Again, just trying to get as snug as I could around the bottom. Twine and a big fleecy blanket. And there will be more. With the twine, I use that to tie the lemon tree up into a little bundle. And then I use the big fleecy blanket to cover it all up. Then I got a couple more sheets and went behind the trellis and made a big lemon tree mummy. Then I double covered everything with another sheet. Okay, so she matches, but not too matchy-matchy.
Later.
They did come in. Yay! So I need to go out there and undo what I did and string these up, but I'm so glad they came in. I need to get to work. So I had to uncover everything again. It is significantly warmer in here just with the one lamp that I have. I'm gonna string the lights like throughout here. Then I just got the lights all strung out through there and I tried to just kind of spread them out. So I have my lights strung all throughout here and I still have that lamp on. I'm going to move it down just a little bit and yeah, cover her back up. Then I needed to do that same thing in the other bed. I just strung the lights out all through there and covered it all back up. Okay, I kind of want to imagine that all of my plants are going to have a cocktail party in here tonight because I think it's going to be pretty festive with their lights and stuff. They they need a cheese board or something. Well, I think that I have done about all that I can. I'm super glad those incandescent lights came in. As I plugged them in, I waited a couple of minutes and they felt really warm in my hands. So I'm hoping they're going to make a big difference under all the covers. I am going to put in a shot of what the temperature is tomorrow morning. So I guess we'll see what kind of difference this extra work and covering everything up made.
The next day.
I want to see what the temperature is underneath the blanket. I put the little thermometer in there this morning and I want to see what the temperature is. 42.8. Wow. Wow, those lights make all the difference. Wow, I'm just going to put that back under there. Everything is frozen. Everything is frozen because right now it's 27 degrees out here, but 42 degrees under there. So it worked. It worked. Woohoo! Yay, it worked. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, whenever it is, wherever you are.